Hello, everyone. All right. Just making sure we are on. All right. Give it a minute or two for a couple people to come on, and then we will get started. My name is Lindsay Silbert, and I am a group fitness instructor for Merit Clubs, and I will be leading us through a 60-minute Vinyasa Yoga class this evening. This is a mixed level class. So can someone on Facebook just let me know that you can hear me? And so I know. All right, Instagram, I see people coming on. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. All right, got a couple of you on here. So we'll just give it a moment. Again, if you are on Facebook Live, hi Danielle. Danielle, you can hear me, yes? Hopefully. All right, we'll give her a moment to say yes, so I know everyone can hear me out there. All right, so I'm really looking forward to leading you again this evening in a class. And what we're gonna need tonight is a couple things. I would love if people that regularly practice at home invested in a couple yoga props. I love blocks and I love a strap. They're pretty cheap, you can buy them on Amazon, but for sake of this class, since most of you at home are probably not around props, I'm going to use a water bottle instead of my block, and I'm going to use a towel instead of a strap. So we're going to be doing some hamstring stretches with our towel at the end of the practice, and we're going into half moon pose, one of my favorites, and I'm going to attempt to use a water bottle instead of a block to help assist with that. So if you want to grab those items, and then we will meet on the mat in a moment and get started. We're going to start on our back this evening. So again, just take a moment, grab what you need, and then we will settle in and get started. All right, Danielle says she can hear me, so fantastic. Okay, perfect. All right, so what I worked up for you guys tonight is a full body mixed level Vinyasa Yoga class, and what this class really focuses on is getting out of your head and into your body. So especially if you practice yoga a lot, most likely you're used to similar progressions, starting on the right side, going to the left side, similar progressions of sun salutations. And I'm going to switch it up a little bit tonight. I took a class like this yesterday, and it was really nice because it just got me out of my head and really focused on the cues. And, I wasn't two steps ahead. I was really just present in my body and in my mind, which is really what we're looking for with yoga, especially during these times when we're stressed and lots going on around us. It's nice to just take a step back and really focus in on what's going on internally. So we're going to start this evening on our mats in a supine on our backs in any comfortable position that feels good to you. So I'm going to recommend that you come on down to your back, and a couple of options. You can bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the mat, and let the knees knock in towards each other if that feels good. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall wide, and begin like that. Or you can extend the legs out for a Shavasana type opener. And if you want with the arms, I like to cactus my arms out to the side, bending the elbows, turning the palms up. If that feels good, great. You can take any other arm variation. You might even play around with interlacing the fingers behind the head and relaxing the arms open this way. Or you can also just bring arms down by the sides. So take a moment here to kind of wiggle yourself around, get nice and comfortable, and then when you find your spot, begin to close the eyes. And as you connect in here, scan through the body and take notice of all the points of the body that are touching down onto the mat. You can start with the back of the head and work your way down, feeling the heaviness and allowing the body just to relax and sink in. Scan down all the way through the spine, the hips, arms, legs, And notice if there's any points of tension that you're holding on to. And begin to relax those areas. Soften the forehead. Release the jaw. Allow the shoulders to sink. Then take a deep breath into the hips. And as you exhale, just release any tension, release anything that you're holding on to. And now wherever the arms were, we're going to place them on the belly. We're going to start connecting in with the breath. So without changing anything quite yet, just notice how the breath feels in the body as you breathe. Notice where you feel the breathing the most. If you notice that the mind has wandered, just let those thoughts go and come back to the breath. With your next inhale, begin to deepen and lengthen the breathing out. So as you inhale, feel the belly rise beneath the hands. And as you exhale, let it go. Feel the belly soften and sink down. And we'll just continue that. Couple more deep breaths just like that. Inhale to rise. Exhale, let it go. If you practice Ujjayi Pranayama, which is a slight constriction in the back of the throat, you can begin that now. Otherwise, just inhales and exhales through the nostrils whenever possible. And I invite you to take a moment here to set your intention for this evening's practice. And an intention is a nice way to connect in and make the practice a little bit more personal. Maybe it's your reason for coming to your mat. Maybe just intending to stay present. Maybe intending to give out some positive energy and love. But whatever the intention is, bring that to mind now. And we'll take 3 more cycles of breath. Last one here. And then we'll slowly blink the eyes open and we'll gently draw the knees in towards the chest. So grab them, reach your arms either on the shins or the knees and gently begin to rock yourself a little side to side, massaging out the lower back. If it feels good, you can circle the knees in one direction and then circle the knees in the other direction. And again, we're switching this up a little this evening, kind of keeping you all on your toes. So we'll start by pulling the left knee in and either plant the right foot down on the mat or extend the right leg all the way up with the toes pointing up. And we'll take 3 cycles of breath here. So again, right knee bent or straight. Relax the shoulders, release the jaw, and breathe space into that left hip. Take 1 more full cycle of breath. Keep the left hand on the left shin. Right hand grounds the right hip down. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, open the left knee out to the left. Take a couple breaths here. Soften through both shoulders. Relax the face. Last breath on this side. And then we'll inhale that knee back to center, straighten the right leg. We'll switch hands, grab the left knee with the right hand. The left knee comes out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull that left knee across the body, twisting. If it's okay on the neck, you can gaze off the left shoulder, maybe gaze up at the ceiling. Take a breath or 2 here. Notice what you can relax. And then we'll come on back to center, give that left knee 1 more squeeze in. And then we'll draw the right knee in to meet the left knee and we'll switch sides. So keeping the right knee in, either plant the left sole of the foot on the mat or extend that left leg out, toes pointed up. Draw the knee in towards the armpit. Soften the shoulders, relax the face, and deeply breathe here. Now again, if that left foot is stretched out, point the toes up towards the ceiling and spin the inner thigh down towards the floor. Otherwise, bend that knee and keep the foot planted. Last cycle of breath. And then we'll open the right knee out towards the right. Breathing here. Just notice where you feel a stretch. Notice how this feels in the body. And breathe into it. All right, coming in for our twist on this side, right knee into center, left leg straightens if it's not already there, left hand to the right shin, right arm out to a T, and then we'll twist on this side. So ground that right shoulder, and again, chin up to the ceiling or chin over the right shoulder. Take a couple breaths. It's a gentle twist to warm the spine up. Last cycle here. Excellent. Come on back to center. Give the knees a squeeze. Rock yourself a little side to side. And we'll begin to warm up the core. So arms by the sides to start. Bring the legs into a tabletop position. Sink the lower back into the mat and really draw the belly in here. And then cross the right knee over the left knee. Now, if this is enough, you can stay. Otherwise, maybe make some small circles with the knees going in one direction. If you make the circles bigger, you'll get a little bit more to the abs. If the circles are smaller, it'll be a little bit less intense. Completely up to you, but keep the upper body relaxed and then circle the knees in the other direction. Now, as you're doing this, squeeze the inner thighs together. Soften through the shoulders. One more breath here. And we're going to do some crunches. Interlace the fingers behind the head, so really behind the neck. Keep the elbows wide. Now, as we crunch, we're going to lift the tailbone and the shoulders up as well. So we'll take an inhale, and as we exhale, we'll lift up with the lower body and the upper body. As you inhale, release the tailbone, release the head. As you exhale, pull it all in. Keep this movement from the core, so elbows stay wide. 3 more on this side. Slowly exhale it in. Inhale, release it down. Last 2. Again, squeeze the inner thighs. Last one here. Exhale, pull it all in. Lift the tailbone up. And then we'll release down, release the legs, and give them a squeeze. Maybe rock a little side to side. And then we'll do the other side. So arms by the sides to start. And this time, left knee stacks on top of right knee. So you can stay here or begin to circle the knees. Again, as circles as big as feels good on the body, so little circles or big ones. Smaller the circle, the less intense. And then we'll switch, circle the knees in the other direction. They feel nice, a little bit of a massage here as well. Last breath. All right, here we go. We're doing 5 on this side. So interlace the fingers. Again, elbows stay wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, crunch it up. Keep it going. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. As you come down, keep the lower back pressing down. Make sure you're not overarching. Last 3. And 2. Slow motion here. Move with the breath. Last 1. Exhale, pull it all in. Inhale, release down. Good work. Hug the knees in. Rock a little side to side. And we're coming up to a tabletop, so you can either rock a little up and down the spine and come all the way up, or just press yourself off to one side using your top arm. Let's come on up to a tabletop, hands and knees. We'll warm up with some cat-cow. So stack the wrists right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. And again, we're going to change it up a little bit. So as you inhale, you'll come into your cow pose, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, but we're going to stay here for a couple breaths. Now, as you're here, draw your wrists and your knees towards each other. They won't touch, but just isometrically pull them in and feel the stretch on the belly. Lift the heart up. Take one more full cycle of breath. Exhale it out. Big inhale here. Open up. And then as you exhale, come into your cat pose. We'll pause here for a couple breaths. Round the spine, chin to the chest, and actively press the floor away. Take a few breaths here. tailbone lengthens down. One more cycle. Good, and then we'll move with the breath. Inhale to wheel the heart forward. As you exhale, round into it. Just move with your pace of breath. Might be a little slower, quicker than mine, perfectly fine. And as we go through our flow tonight, please modify however you need. I will give lots of options. Do what feels the best in your body, and most importantly, rest when you need to, and keep focused on the breathing. Last cycle here. As you exhale, two options. Either press back into a child's pose, or we'll come into our first downward facing dog, whatever feels better on the body. If you're coming into down dog, you can begin to pedal the legs out, bending one knee as you straighten through the opposite leg. If the knees are down, press the hips back to the heels and reach the fingertips forward for an active child's pose. So again, child's pose, hips down, or downward dog, knees and hips lifted. And if you're in down dog, take any movements that feel good on the body. So we'll stay here. I'm just gonna pause for a moment, grab a sip of water. But if it feels good, you can rock the head yes and no, or take any other movements. You can sway the hips a little from side to side. If you're in child's pose, keep the fingertips reaching forward to activate the arms, spread the fingers out, and spin the inner elbows up towards the ceiling. Last breath wherever you are. And then we'll make our way into plank pose. So if you're coming from child's pose, you're going to come up to hands and knees. Otherwise, from down dog, shift forward into plank pose. Knees up or down. Pull the belly in. Heart reaches forward. As you inhale, shift the shoulders 1 inch forward. As you exhale, lower down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Come into a low cobra as you inhale. Pubic bone presses down. As you exhale, back to child's pose or down dog. Take a few breaths there. All right, we're gonna flow from down dog to plank. So if you're in child's pose, you'll just flow from child's pose to plank. I'll demo from down dog. All right, on your next inhale, you'll shift forward, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. And as you exhale, slow motion, use the belly to pull the hips back. 4 more. As you inhale, slowly come forward. Keep the heart reaching forward, pull up on the kneecaps. As you exhale, use the belly to draw the hips away from the wrists. All right, last 3. I'll demo from child's. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child's. Last 2, wherever you are. Last one, we're going to hold plank pose. So come on forward. Plank pose here, knees or toes. All right, listen up. As you inhale, shift the shoulders forward. As you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, press back up to plank. Good. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra or maybe upward facing dog. Exhale, send it back, down dog or child's pose. 3 breaths. Spread the fingers. Spread the toes, relax the neck, and press into the base of the fingers as you lift up through the forearms. Spin the inner thighs back behind you like you're holding a block between the thighs. And then on your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. As you exhale, slowly walk the feet to the hands. We'll do a few sun salutations. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins or thighs. As you exhale, forward fold. Take a couple breaths here. Tuck the chin to release the neck. You can grab opposite elbows and sway a little side to side if that feels good. Or if you don't have a block, you can always rest the fingers on that water bottle if you've got one handy. And just breathe space into the entire back body. Take another cycle here. And then slowly roll all the way up to stand. Let the head and neck come up last. Come up nice and slowly. And then we'll bring the shoulders up to the ears. Release them down the back. And we'll find our mountain pose at the top of the mat. Glance down. Make sure your feet are about hips distance. Or you can bring big toes together. So either one. Feet about hips wide or big toes together. Spread the toes, glance down at the feet, make sure they're parallel, and then close the eyes and feel all four corners of the feet press down. Pull up on the kneecaps to engage the quadriceps. Lengthen the tailbone down. Firm the belly in and up. Relax the shoulders. Lift the heart and soften through the face. And as you close the eyes, feel the strength of the pose. Actively press the feet down into the earth and grow the spine long. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. All right, we'll flow through some sun salutation series A. So we'll blink the eyes open. Let's take a full cycle of breath together. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, slight bend in the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. You can skip this all together. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, over the toes, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send it back, down dog or child's pose. 3 cycles of breath. Press the floor away, firm the belly, and come back to your intention. Last cycle here. All right, one more of these. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step walk or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise on your inhale, press down to reach up, and as you exhale, fold right back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, send it back. Again, move through a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in down dog or child's pose and take a couple breaths there. Warming the body up. As we warm the body, we aim to cool the mind. We do that by focusing on the breath. We focus on what's happening inside. All right, we're going to move into a little flow here. First time through, we'll hold. Second and third, we'll move with the breath. So on your next inhale, we'll lift the left leg lifts. Big breath in. As you exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. You can also do this with the right knee down. We'll step up for crescent pose. So step the left foot up, and then we're going to come all the way up. I like to bring my hands on my hips first. Bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis, firm the belly, straighten through the back leg, and then add the arms. If it's uncomfortable to have arms up, you can bring palms together in front of the heart. You can also set that back knee down. Now, as you're here, revolve the left hip back as the right hip spins forward. Take a couple deep breaths. Soften the shoulders. Crown of the head reaches up. Last cycle here. All right, if arms are up, we'll bring palms together in front of the heart. We're going to step to the front of the mat and balance on this left leg. So we're going to, hopefully I can balance. We're going to step up, lift the right knee. Now you're kind of in a mountain pose. So spread the left toes, crown of the head reaches up, drive the left heel down, relax the shoulders, take one more breath. All right, right foot lowers. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, we're going to balance on the right leg and kick back to warrior 3 just for a moment. Crown forward, left heel back, and then we're going to step back into crescent pose on this side. So right knee is forward, left foot is back, and adjust however you need. Hands to the hips, bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis, belly firm, and then straighten through the arms and maybe work that left leg a little bit straighter. All right, on this side, right hip back, left hip spins forward, belly firm. Keep the lower back long. So imagine like your pelvis is a bowl. You don't want it tipping forward or back. You want it straight upright. All right, arms by the ears or palms in front of the heart. Couple breaths here. So again, we're going to put this together and move a little quicker through this, through the next cycles. Last cycle of breath here. All right, palms together in front of the heart, warrior two. Spin the left foot flat, heel toe the right foot over so you're aligned, front heel to back inner arch. Begin to bend the right knee, track it open, add the arms, soften the shoulders, gaze forward and breathe. Always coming back to the breath. Firm the belly. Broaden through the collarbones. Maybe sink down a little bit deeper. Last cycle here. All right, inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Either take a vinyasa or skip it and go right to down dog. If you're taking a vinyasa, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, one cycle of breath. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Right side, inhale, lift the right leg, keep those hips level. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in, press the floor away, and then we're stepping the right foot up for crescent pose. So same thing, opposite side. Come on up. Again, back knee bends, pelvis forward, belly in, and we'll stay here for a couple breaths. So just notice what you can soften, what you can relax. And also notice what can you engage a little bit more. Lift the heart up, scissor the inner thighs together. One more breath here. All right, palms together in front of the heart. We're gonna balance on that right leg, lifting the left knee up. So lift the left knee up, stack the shoulders right over the hips, right over the ankle. You can also extend the arms up. Use the belly to support this. Take one more breath. All right, left foot lowers. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, warrior three, stepping the right leg back. So kick that right foot back, balance on the left foot, and then we'll slowly step back to crescent on this side. Arms reach up, again, tilt the pelvis forward, firm the belly, and breathe here, rotating the hips. So left hip back, right hip forward, both hips square to the front of the room. Front of the room, front of your mat, wherever you are, breathe. Breathe energy out through the fingertips. One more cycle of breath here. Good, warrior two. Back foot spins flat, heel toe the left heel, so it's right in line with that back inner arch, arms to a T. Now again, track this left knee open, so center the hip, knee, ankle, second toe are all in the same line. Soften the shoulders and gaze forward, breathing. Lift the heart up. Squeeze the legs together. Good. Sink down a little bit lower, last cycle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, make your way back however you would like. Come to plank pose and vinyasa, or skip it right to down dog or right to child's pose. And breathe. We'll take about 3 cycles of breath here. So if you need to set the knees down and take a rest, great. I'm going to grab a sip of water. All right, we'll meet back in down dog or child's pose, and we'll get started with our flow. So we're going to take what we did, and we're going to move through it at a quicker pace. That being said, modify as you need and take all the time you need. All right, let's take a breath together. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. All right, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, crescent. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, come to balance. Exhale, step that right foot down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, shoot that left leg back, step it down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, stay. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it, right to down dog or right to child's pose. All right, starting with the right leg. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, crescent. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, come up to balance. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back. Come on up, crescent. Stay here for a breath. Exhale it out. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, let it go. Again, make your way back, down dog or child's pose, and rest. And you might feel the heart beating quicker. Maybe see if you can use the breath to slow the heart rate down. Deep inhales, full exhales. All right, we're going to flow through that again. We're going to add on a little bit. All right, so let's take another breath together. Big breath in. As you exhale, let it go. All right, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it up by the left hand. Inhale, crescent pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, step to balance. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, open the heart, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, shoot the left leg back. Crescent pose. Reach the arms up. Soften the shoulders as you exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. All right, listen up. We're changing it up. Inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, half moon pose. So grab your block or your water bottle, left hand to the left hip, and we're going to step up to balance on the right leg. Lift the left leg up, flex the ankle, and then maybe add the left arm. Breathing here. So like I said earlier, I'm going to demo with a water bottle. You can use a block, you can use textbooks, you can use anything else. Now, as you're here, find your mountain pose line from the crown of the head out through the left heel. You can also bring the left hand to the left hip. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Imagine like you're leaning against a wall behind you. You actually can lean against a wall behind you. That can help with your alignment here. Last cycle, lift what you've got. All right, coming back to warrior two just for a moment. So come on back in, and then we'll straighten the right leg. We'll make our way into triangle pose. I'm actually going to use my water bottle here. So arms out to a T. Inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up. All right, now if you're not using a prop here, you can bring the right hand to the thigh, the shin, the foot, the floor, but make sure you're not sinking down. We don't want to take our triangle pose like this. We want to lengthen the crown of the head forward. So whatever allows you to do that, breathe here, rotate yourself open, press into the big toe mound on the right foot, ground through the outer edge of the left foot. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, transitioning into side angle. So we're going to bend the right knee, maybe bring the right hand to the inner thigh, and then left arm over the left ear. Extended side angle, or left arm can reach straight up, or you can take a half bind, or maybe reach for a full bind. But wherever you're going, just breathe. Rotate yourself open. Keep the right hip hugging into the midline of the body. Maybe take the gaze up. Take 2 more breaths. Next, inhale, reverse warrior once again. As you exhale, step to plank pose. All right, plank pose, feet together. You can always set the knees down. Lower the right forearm. left forearm. Now you're in a forearm plank. Then press up with the right hand, press up with the left hand, back to a full plank, starting with the left hand, or left side, excuse me, left forearm down, right forearm down. Keep the hips and shoulders in line. Left hand up, right hand up. Good. Hold here, pull up on the kneecaps, exhale in, and then inhale, shift forward, exhale down to the belly, all the way down. All right, release the toes, interlace the fingers at the lower back, or you can grab your towel or strap, place that between the hands, press the tops of the feet down, belly firm, and then lift up Shalabhasana. If it's too much to interlace the fingers, you can just reach the arms back. Spin the inner thighs up. Keep the neck long. One more breath here. Lift what you've got. And then lower down, and we'll make our way back to down dog. So if you want to challenge your core here and your strength, you can press up into plank pose. So tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the thighs, take an inhale. As you exhale, press up in one piece to plank, and then back to down dog, and breathe. So take a couple cycles, down dog or child's pose before we move on to the other side. I'm going to turn myself around so my back is not facing to you on the left. All right, let's take another breath here. Okay, meeting back in down dog if you're ready, or coming from child's pose. All right, other side, we're starting with the right leg again. So inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, press to balance. Set the left foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back. Come to crescent pose. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Take a breath in. And come into warrior two. All right, here we go. Half moon. Inhale, reverse. As you exhale, grab your prop if you're using one. Right hand to the right hip. And we're going to step up to balance on this side. Maybe you step up. Maybe you hang out in triangle pose. Maybe you lift the right arm up. Maybe you keep that hand on the hip. Flex the right ankle. Drive through that foot. Lean yourself back. Soften through the face. And breathe 3 cycles. And long line of energy from the crown of the head out through that back heel. Last breath here. Excellent. Bend the left knee. Slowly make your way back to warrior two. Adjust your feet as you need. And then straighten the left leg. Triangle pose. Arms to a T. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. As you exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches up. All right, now as you're here, hug the left hip into the midline of the body. Stamp all 4 corners of both feet down on the mat. And if you're using a block or a water bottle or whatever, place it behind the left leg. If the hand is to the shin or the thigh, place it in front and use that arm to rotate yourself open. 2 more breaths here, belly firm. Crown of the head forward. All right, make your way into side angle. So begin to bend that left knee. I'm going to take my left hand, place it on the inner thigh, and I'm going to reach my right arm over the right ear. Again, you can bring the right arm straight up. You can half bind. You can full bind. If you feel, when you bind, if you feel it in your lower back, come out of it. Most important thing about yoga, again, is the breath and listening to the body. Take a couple deep cycles here. Feel the left hip open and the left hip hug into the body. Grounding through the outer edge of the right foot. 2 more breaths. Lift what you've got. All right, reverse on your inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank pose and hold here. All right, knees or toes. pull up on the kneecaps, heart reaches forward, starting on the left side this time. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Pause here for a moment. Starting with the left side, press back up left, back up right. All right, right side, right forearm, left forearm. Pause here for a moment. Press back up, right hand, left hand. All right, let's hold plank. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Again, you can set the knees down if you need. As you're here, push the floor away. Heart reaches forward. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Excellent. Last breath. And then lower down to the belly. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. All right, interlace fingers, other thumb if you can remember on top. Untuck the toes, neck is long, and then when you're ready, inhale everything up. Breathing here. If this is too much, you can keep the feet down. Lift the heart. Again, you can grab your towel if that feels better on the shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more here. Good, and then lower everything down. This time, make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your head, bend your knees, and just sway the legs from side to side. All right, good work. We'll make our way back to child's or down dog any way you want. So you can press up to plank like we did before. Otherwise, maybe just take an up dog or a cobra, and then a down dog. Child's or downward dog again. Just breathing here. I'm going to step the knees down and take a nice child's pose. If that feels good, do that. Otherwise, hang out in your downward facing dog and breathe there. We'll stay here for about 5 cycles. Last couple breaths here. All right, we'll all set the knees down. We'll meet in child's pose. We'll take a couple stretches from our child's pose. All right, so from here, we're going to take a side stretch first. So begin to walk both hands over. I'll mirror you guys to the right side. As you stretch through the left side of the body, you can keep the forehead lifted or rest it down. And if you want to go deeper, you'll place your left hand on top of your right hand. Take 3 breaths. Notice how this feels in the body. All right, hands back to center as you inhale. And as you exhale, over to the left. Again, if you want to take this deeper, place palm on top of the opposite hand. And breathe here. 3 long, slow, deep cycles. All right, back to center. All right, thread the needle, shoulders. Starting with the right hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up, open the heart, and as you exhale, bring it underneath the left hand, and we'll step either the ear or the cheek down onto the mat. Keep the left fingertips reaching forward just for a moment. And if that feels good, you can keep that left hand out. Otherwise, place it on the lower back, or maybe you hook the right thigh, rolling the shoulder open, and take a couple breaths here. And if it doesn't feel good to rest the head down, you can grab, if you have a block, or you can grab your towel and place the head on that. Take 1 more cycle. All right, if you wrap that hand, stretch the left fingertips forward, And then we'll slowly come back to center. Reach the right arm open. Once again, big inhale. As you exhale, bring it back next to the left hand. All right, other side. Left arm up, big breath in. As you exhale, thread it through. Come onto the shoulder, either ear or cheek down. And then for a moment, just keep the right palm pressing down to rotate the torso into your twist. And then you can decide, either keep it forward or set it on the lower back or hook the left thigh and breathe here. All right, slowly release the right fingertips forward if they're not already there. And then we'll come on back up, reach the left arm up one last time, and then set it down. All right, take one final vinyasa or stay in child's pose or go right back to down dog. So if you're coming up for a vinyasa, come onto hands and knees, tuck the toes, plank pose. Inhale forward, exhale chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale cobra or upward dog. Exhale, last down dog of the practice, or you're in child's pose. And just notice how you feel here. Notice the backs of the legs. Notice the length of the spine. Take 3 final breaths. On your next inhale, gaze forward, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to seated. So sit down, swing the legs out in front, bend the knees. We're coming down to our backs. If you've got a strap or a towel, grab that. We will use that in a couple moments. And we're going to, in slow motion, lower all the way down. Now, if your back bothers you, set your hands down. Otherwise, arms out, relax the shoulders, and we'll slowly roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll reach the arms back behind, reach the legs forward, take a full body stretch here. All right, bring the arms by the sides, bend the knees, walk the heels in so you can graze the backs of the heels with the fingertips. We'll come into a bridge series. We're going to do a total of 3. First 2, we're going to come into bridge, and the last one, your choice. You can do bridge, you can do wheel, you can do supported bridge, whatever your heart desires. All right, starting with the bridge pose. Make sure the feet are hips distance and outer edges are parallel. Arms by the side, and then we'll spread the toes, press into the heels, and lift the hips up. Now for this one, grab opposite ends of the sticky mat, opposite sides, and begin to pull the mat apart. And as you do that, see if you can lift the heart. Now work the inner arches of the feet down, spin the inner thighs together, and then maybe lift the hips a little bit higher. 3 breaths. Keep the neck long. All 4 corners of the knees face forward. Last breath here, big inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Roll down the spine and either let the knees knock in towards each other or soles of the feet together, knees open. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and breathe. Notice how you feel in your body. All right, blink the eyes open, gather the knees back together. If you dropped them wide, we'll come in for round 2. So walk the feet back in, graze the backs of the heels, arms by the sides, feet parallel, and we'll press up. And this time you can keep grabbing opposite ends of the sticky mat, or you can interlace the fingers, which I'm going to do, rolling up on the shoulders. All right, step the feet together, and we'll bring all the weight into the left foot, lift the right knee up. All right, stay here or straighten that right leg. As you inhale, drop the hips halfway down. Exhale, drive into that left heel. 4 more. Inhale, Exhale, drive through. Last 3. Again, you can get this knee bent. Last 2. Last one here. Good. Right foot sets down. Other side. Left foot up. Bend that knee or straighten the leg. You can always keep both feet down if this is too much. Inhale, halfway lower. Exhale, press up. 4 more. Move with the breath. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, drive through the heel. Last 3. Belly in. Neck relaxed. Last one here. Good. Left foot down. Pause here for a moment. Lift the heart up. Good. Take one more breath. And then slowly, slowly release the shoulders and roll yourself down. Same thing. Soles of the feet together or knees knock in. Hand to the belly, hand to the heart. And just take it all in. All right, one more, yogi's choice. So you can come into another bridge, you can work into wheel. If you've got a block, which I don't have over here, you can come into supported bridge. I'm just going to teach one more bridge, but again, if wheel or Urdhva Dhanurasana is in your practice, you can go ahead and take that. Otherwise, arms by the side, spread the toes, and we'll lift up into one final back bend, heart opener. And any arm variation you like. If you're going all the way up, keep the feet parallel and keep the knees about hips distance apart. Breathing here, space in the lower back, 2 more cycles. Last one. And then gently and slowly roll down. If you're all the way up, tuck the chin and slowly come down. And then one knee at a time, gently hug them in. And rock yourself a little side to side. All right, if you got a towel, a strap, anything, we're going to stretch the hamstrings. So we're going to start on the right side. I'm going to use my towel. My legs are my hamstrings are pretty tight, so it's better for me to use a towel here. So start with the knees bent, and we're going to loop our towel around the ball of the right foot and begin to extend the right leg up. Now, if you don't have a towel or a strap, you can just straighten it up and grab on wherever you can, thigh, shin, you can hook the big toe, and we will breathe here. Now, if you want to go deeper, you will straighten the left leg out. It is going to be more intense, and then maybe wiggle the right hip forward a little so hips stay level, and take 5 breaths. As you're here, just notice, what can you relax? What can you release? And what can you exhale out with the breath? Last cycle. Okay, bend that left knee if you straightened it out. Release the strap, cross the right ankle up and over the left thigh. Gently press the right knee forward, curl the left toes back, thread the needle. Lift the left foot up if that feels good, or you can keep it down and draw the legs in, grabbing onto the back of the thigh or the front of the shin and breathing here. We'll take another 5 cycles. Give the right toes a gentle flex to protect the right knee. And even though you're using some arm strength, see if you can soften the shoulders as much as possible. Breathe into the hips. Last here. All right, if the left leg is lifted, set the left foot down. Bring the arms out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, legs fall over to the left as you gaze off the right shoulder. Or again, chin can face up to the ceiling, supine twist. Belly and chest spin up towards the ceiling. Right shoulder grabs down into the mat. All right, slowly come back up. We'll release the right leg, and then we'll do those on the left. All right, right foot plants down. Grab your towel or strap if you're using it. Loop up the ball of that foot. Begin to extend the leg up towards straight. And your leg might be way further away from you. Your leg might be closer to you. Shimmy that left hip crease forward a little bit, and then right foot can stay planted, or you can straighten out that right leg, coming in a little deeper. And same thing here, if you're using a strap or just holding the leg up, again, you can hold onto the back of the leg, even though you're using that arm strength, soften through the shoulders as much as possible. And then direct the breath to wherever you feel the stretch. Release the jaw. Soften the muscles around the eyes. Last breath. Thread the needle pose, bend the right knee, release the strap, cross the left ankle up and over the right thigh, gently work this left knee forward, give that left ankle a flex, and either keep the right foot down or draw it into the body. And breathe. Deepest breaths. Just notice this might feel a little different on this side than the first. Perfectly normal. And just being aware of what's going on inside of you. All right, one more squeeze here. Right foot down, open the arms, take an inhale. As you exhale, knees to the right, gaze over the left shoulder or turn that chin up. Bringing it all out, letting it all go. Last breath. Slowly come back to center. Hug the knees in. And then we'll make our way into our final resting pose. So extend the legs out. Let the feet flap open if that's comfortable. Arms by the sides. If there's another variation you like for Shavasana, go for it. Last week in my class, I demoed legs up the wall. I don't have a wall right behind me, but I do have a nice big couch. So if you have a couch, you can also come and put the legs on the couch for a nice restorative inversion as well. So I'm going to come back down to Shavasana, but if you've got something to put the legs up on, do so. It's really nice and great as a stress reducer. But wherever you are, get comfortable, close the eyes, take a big breath in through the nostrils. Exhale, sigh it out. Come to natural breath, quiet minds, quiet bodies, Shavasana, rest. a slightly deeper breath. Bring some movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Stretch the arms overhead for a long, full body stretch. And then gently hug the knees in. Roll yourself off to one side and rest there, resting your head on your bottom arm. And take a moment to come back to your intention. And thank yourself for showing up tonight, for giving yourself this time for you. And then gently using the top arm, press yourself up to any comfortable seated pose, letting the head and neck come up last. You can sit up on a towel or a block if that feels better. You can sit on the knees or cross the shins, but wherever you are, lengthen the spine, close the eyes, and draw the palms together in front of the heart. And just notice how you feel in your body. Lift the heart up, bow the head in. Thank you all so much for letting me share my practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing with me tonight. Again, my name is Lindsay. This was a Vinyasa Yoga class. I will be teaching several more classes in the upcoming weeks. So if there's anything that you would love to see, please leave them in the comments section. I will read through those. In addition, I will be doing a nutrition and wellness talk. We are changing those to Tuesdays at noon. So this coming Tuesday at noon, I will be going through some information about how to eat, how to stay sane, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. I will be answering those, and I will put my email in the comments. So if you are interested, shoot me over any questions you have, and I will answer them on Tuesday. So thank you all so much for spending your Friday evening or whenever you're doing this. Thank you for spending that with me. I hope you all are doing well. And if you're feeling a little out of body, doing a practice like this where you really have to focus on the cues and what's coming next can really help. And yoga in general can just be a great tool to help with stress reduction and all that stuff. So namaste. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, enjoy.